Forget the Dr. Peppy. No, but I may get some afterwards. Because I'm probably going to be wired. Very good egg salad. Shrimp salad? Oh, I've never had that. Bullshit! Oh, maybe her memory's going in her old age. Oh, that could also entirely be possible. What? I used to sadly do. I can't believe I'm saying this because it's disgusting to think about now.
I don't want to.
You might want to mute yourself.
I'm gonna go home.
When I was younger, one of the things I somehow enjoyed was 2 slices of bread, mayo, and banana. And just thinking that, it's like, ugh, why? By the looks of it, yes. Or she's a or she's, oh. God, I wish I was adopted. It would explain so much, but no. I take too much after her side of the family. No. Because I've got like some similarities between her and my dad, but I'm actually more similar with the grandfather I rarely met. Like I met him like 4 times.
Hey, honey.
Hey, what? You look like you're a rabbit shivering in the cold.
Fuck you.
When?
What? Weirdo.
Hey, honey.
What?
The kettle's calling.
Weirdo.
That's not a bad thing.
I'm a sweet baby angel.
Yes. Nobody needed to say shit.
Thank you, Sue.
No, I'd say it's more the hamsters, just kind of like he's put bars of soap on the wheels, and then just a little push motor. So he's just sitting back, sipping a Mai Tai while the wheel is just spinning. Glitter bombing politicians. There we go. Fuck rice and bombs. Just glitter bombing. I did that to someone on ship. No, no, I did something way worse. No, 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 no. Uh-huh. Giving, giving someone the tequila special. and small. Alright, we will go live in 3 minutes. I can barely do it. Fuck! No, not dead. I just bumped something because I forgot my body is 2/3 leg. I forgot need to give myself room to do things, but. See, my problem is I didn't have time. Like, I'm gonna shower after a game. If I do this, my head's right here, just woo. All right, we will go live at exactly 8:30. So in about 60 seconds. Oh no. Say again, Wacky? It was all going well, and then the throttling happened. Yes. Either that or sending the camera video takes too much. All right, we're going to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we are. Oh, I need to move around a few things. God fucking damn it. No.
Move the image.
I got this. Let me do my thing.
While you're fixing it, dear audience, I suggest that as your day ends, take a mindful moment to pause and just be.
A menace to society?
Exactly.
Always be a menace to society.
I mean, I wake up as a menace, so like, what else am I supposed to do?
That is what my watch just told me.
Oh,
Oh. Oh, I love the episode name.
yeah, it's great. Also, Zoop has gotten so powerful they have become 2 people.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, motherfucker! Oh, I'm gonna fight this overlay. Oh, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it.
2 and then 2,
Where is
and
it?
that makes
Wait.
So,
4.
Zoop, you're playing a hot man and a confused non-binary.
Okay. Very nice. I can play 2 people.
There we go. There we go. Nothing else is fucked
Wait, who's
up.
confused?
Yeah, no, I'm.
Levi.
What the hell am I confused about?
Your shotgun.
I know exactly what my shotgun is for. Thank you very much.
If you're looking for what you're confused about, how about the unhinged jaw moments?
No, that's just sheer terror.
Okay, that's fair and valid. Alrighty, well, we are all here. We are all alive somehow. We have survived a very chaotic time period, but we are finally back. So we will start off by having the cast tell a little bit about themselves and who they're playing, and we'll jump right into it. I'll be a little bit nice this time. We'll start at the 10 o'clock and then go clockwise. So, honey.
Hello, I'm Starshard.Stories. I play Layil, our very tall, 6 wings angel, who has a lot of tattoos with different weaponry around it. She only has one of her tattoos unlocked right now. We learned last episode, she is somebody that you do not want to get in a fight with. And
Is that
they
what we
can,
learned?
yes,
Hmm.
and that she can unhinge her jaw to unimaginable ways to eat an egg.
Yeah, I'm adding some flavor text to my character's backstory from that. Let me tell you.
That is all.
All right. Going next year on clockwise, Zetta.
What's up, guys? It's me. It's Zetta. I am playing Levi, our friendly resident problem child with a gun full of glitter and an axe to grind on anybody who pisses him off. That's it. That's what he's about.
Zoop.
My dad.
Hi, I'm Zoop or Supriya. I am playing Siddhartha, who is a worlds between worldly, very handsome agent who just happens to flirt accidentally.
Bullshit.
And Wacky.
Hi, I'm Wacky from Dicey Tables Podcast, and I'm playing the other confused non-binary character, Arrow, who you may know as Mothman, in the mortal realm. And yeah, no, I just am here for plot reasons, I think.
Thought you were here to get laid.
Like I said, plot reasons.
That too.
That could be plot.
I'm here to
Alright.
develop your character stories.
So, the Game Master doesn't really need that much of an introduction. I can take care of that more at the end. That's less important. Who remembers where we last left off?
I do.
Enlighten the group, if you would, and the viewers,
Yeah,
of course.
sure. So last session we had gone to the Evernight City, or whatchamacallit, and encountered some creepy crawlies that were invisible to the naked eye. After commencing battle with them, we saved a person, and then they informed us that everyone in the city was under the same kind of trance, except for the people who can't sleep. So we figured out that we have to do something, and I can't remember exactly if it's we have to go into the dream or what the
Yeah, we have to
is
go
on
into
that
the dream.
Yeah.
So the place is called Eternit, unless I just
Yep.
forgot to put a Y, but it's the City of Dreams. And yes, the way that we're going to deal with this is by going into a dream, not waking the dreamer up.
So we're going to be nights into a dream, as it were.
There it
And then
is.
we all remembered that our game master asked us what our worst nightmare was.
Yep.
Oh, I never answered that.
You did.
Oh, I did?
Oh, you did.
Oh.
Oops.
I wrote it
I don't like
down.
your tone, sir.
I wrote it down.
Take it back, Dungeon Daddy. Stop trying to hurt me.
Oh, please don't do
Too
that.
early.
The dungeon part is
I'm
fine.
very-
the last
I'm
part of that
very
goes,
excited.
No. Ugh.
At least take me out to dinner before you wine me, dine me, and 69 me. Jeez.
Wait, why would I take you out to dinner before I wine and dine you?
Oh, no. See, you're misunderstanding. The dine
He's a
part
hobbit?
isn't for food.
Well, okay, what's the wine part?
I need the booze
Also
after
not
the food. Listen, there is a method to my madness and a madness to my method. If you ever understand it, something has gone wrong.
All right.
I'm just like, if you say dine and 69, aren't you just repeating the same thing over and over again?
Yes.
But what about
To Wacky's point, my sexual appetite is like that of a hobbit's. Second
Oh,
point.
I didn't mean that part. I just meant the multiple meals.
I don't know. That brings a whole new meaning to hobbits.
Oh, Boo Boo, you have
Hobbits
no
get it
idea.
on. Hobbits get it on.
Why do you think the Shire
are
was so
many
well
of them.
populated?
Yeah. We are way off topic.
Are we though?
All right.
I believe we have creeped and we are currently looking onto the park in the middle of the city.
Yes. To set the scene, the sky is set to a perpetual night, not a star in sight. The buildings resemble that of plants and trees made entirely of metal. Roads and pathways lie with cars stopped. Dim lights and neon lights of various plants and some animals can be seen, but with no people out and about.
Sam,
Yeah?
I have to ask. Are any of the lights blue?
Let's find out! High or low?
I have to ask. Low.
You're in luck.
Oh.
Not yet.
My son is safe. Wait, hold on. Pause.
Father, help!
My boy.
There does lie one issue. Your guide has shown you where you need to get into. The problem is there is
How?
what is essentially imagine almost like one of those big dome coliseums in design in the very middle of a city with roads that seem to circle and spiral it. There is a pretty large gap between the cover of the city and the absolute center where you need to get. How are you going to get there without being seen or detected?
Sam, can I ask a genuine question for you?
Fire away.
Okay. So these creatures create nightmares and dreams. That means that they have to have a sense of understanding of motivation and things like that, right?
To an extent.
Okay, so one might argue that they have reason.
Yes. They're hungry.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
The small creatures hunger and putting people into these states gives them the enemy to feed. Think of them like leeches.
I look for 4 trash cans.
Okay. Roll
I'm
sharp.
not.
I'm
I'll wait
sensing a
and see
Metal
if you
Gear.
find them.
I'm sensing a Metal Gear reference, and I am for it.
All right, that is a 9.
A 9. Let me look up something real quick. Because
I'm not getting in a trash can.
You can fly. Just fly over them.
I'll just walk. I'll walk with you.
Just sit on top of one of the trash cans.
So with a 9, you're able to find 2 trash cans.
Okay, so
Well, I'm walking.
we're just walking in. I mean, I thought we
I'm
could.
walking. I
I do not want to wear a trash can. Sorry.
I mean, they seem pretty clean around here.
They are quite pristine.
I'm allowed to narratively describe something that is one of my abilities, right? Like I
Yes.
can flourish it. Okay, I just wanted to
course.
make sure that was cool. Arrow like will fold up their sunglasses and put them in their pocket. As these like little, like almost like black fur will form around their eyes and nose. Their fingers will elongate a little bit to points, and their wings will come out to look a little more like Mothman.
Hey,
And
I
they
know
just look
you.
at the group and they're like, I'll walk.
Are you suggesting that if we walk with you, we'll all be safe?
I'm suggesting that I'm good at one thing, and that's knowing how to talk to another monster.
And barring that, I'm good at shooting.
With the lights, is there any that are pointing towards the sky?
Mm-mm.
Laya's like, I can fly.
Though do note that you have seen a lot of these things not necessarily crawling but flying through the air.
That's fine.
Layil's like, I'm ready for a fight.
And as long as you're not necessarily giving off light, you may be able to fly in the darkness without getting spotted.
Yeah, which she doesn't unless she's about to smite something.
Okay. So that leaves.
And I'm just going to rely on Dark Negotiator.
I'm going to rely on violence.
One of us has to get there safely. I'm gonna put the trash can over my head.
Alright.
You've never looked hotter.
Sam, let me ask just to clarify. It's just a swath of them in between us and where we need to go, you said, correct?
The best way to think of it almost like the center of a flower with the petals being streets and roads branching and spiraling off, and then that very center is where you need to get. Y'all are at the very edge, and there are things constantly coming out of that center.
There just so happens to be a lot of wasps near this flower.
Okay.
So the goal is to get to the center, preferably without giving away your position. Preferably. Because you guys really have no idea what's going to happen if you get detected this close to what essentially the hive.
I'm just
At least
walking.
one of us has
Fuck
to
it.
make it. All the plants, all
said,
the plants are metallic, right? I can't be a bush.
I mean, there are bushes as well, but it's weird because, like,
In the Sly Bandicoot is.
the pots are like they look like metal flower bulbs with open tops. Like, it looks like things were dreamt up from plant matter and then made into metal, or metal was formed to resemble plant matter. It's impossible to know for certain. Even the dome itself almost looks like a giant, basically vines, leaves, stalks, all twisted into a giant canopy.
I have a secondary idea. Is light illuminating directly onto us or just around us so we are like semi-obscured in shadow?
I think kind of semi-obscured, like a poorly lit city.
Okay. Can I use use my magical ability to keep us obscured within the realm of possibility? So like as we're moving through areas, depending on where the light's hitting us, the shadow just kind of casts and keeps us from view.
You could literally just use magic to do that if you wanted.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get weird.
Get weird with it.
I start walking.
That is an 11.
An 11. You're able to do just that. It's on a 10 plus, so you suffer no side effects from it. Congratulations. You just weaved a spell to help conceal the entire group.
Awesome.
Your shadows will be obscured. Light will somehow not find you.
Luckily, you did this before I stepped in the trash can.
I'm
Arrow's
just gonna
fingers return to normal.
listen. I don't know how long this will last, or anything like that. This is my first time trying something like this. Usually, I don't use my magic for this, but if I can get us closer before we have to do something drastic, it's at least beneficial.
All right.
So you guys are cloaked.
Start walking.
Yep.
Yep.
We're
I'm going to
walking.
stay central between the other three just to keep that.
Making my way downtown.
Walking.
I am not chicken.
Strangers pass and they're ghost bound.
I love
I
that.
hate it here.
I love that. As you guys get closer and closer to the central structure, you guys can see more and more of these nightmarish spawn flying out seeking food. At the same time, you can see others bringing back motes of energy back into the structure itself.
Mm,
Wonder
Gotta
what
feed the
absorbing one
queen.
of those would do to my magic. Sorry, intrusive thought.
Once you guys make your way up to the building, you realize one itsy bitsy problem.
Is it a spider?
Is there no door?
There are no doors.
Cool. I'm gonna look at the rest of the group and go, permission to make a door?
Hold on.
Can you do
Actually-
it quietly?
Can
No.
Can I just
Thank you. Yes.
magic this in?
Give me a roll.
Alright.
And be very specific. What would you like to do with your magic?
I would like to drag my finger and slowly create like a door. And I got a 9.
Alrighty. So the effect will be short-lived, aka the door will not remain permanent. It will close.
Yeah.
But you drag your finger along the frame, muttering a few words, thinking an intent, and you see that parts. Gaining you
What
all
can I say? I
entrance.
always find an opening.
I'll keep
Well
that
done.
in mind. And we'll go in.
Yep. Walking through the door. I'm gonna keep
Alright,
I'm gonna
go in.
keep my weave up while we walk in just in case.
Upon entering, you see a very, very interesting scene. It looks a lot more organic compared to metallic in here, but something is definitely wrong. What would normally be there's lights that look like they are made out of plant matter. And you would assume, being more natural magic, it might take the color of maybe yellows or greens or blues. This is taking on the more form of a sickly red orange. And the vines and plant matter look less like plants and more like flesh.
I don't like it.
Nope. Ugh.
Do not pass go.
And as you look in, you see several of these quote-unquote dreamers in some sort of meditative state, but all of it is wrong.
Do we
Ow.
see the main dreamer?
Oh, it's near impossible to miss. They are very much almost as if they're possessed. Their arms are out, their head is up, their legs are dangling freely.
It reminds me of a really good party.
Right? But this does not look consensual.
The other dreamers, on the other hand, look like they're in various positions of agony with these pustule-covered vines being attached to their limbs and a much rather larger one kind of attached right to the back of the head.
Well, I think I found our way in.
Yep.
I've seen this movie. I don't like where this goes.
I hate to say it, but
It from my world, it's called The Matrix.
What is the Matrix?
This.
You're about to plug in.
You're gonna find out.
I'm sorry, what?
You
Um,
see
Arrow
the
sits
vine?
down,
Siddhartha-
grabs the vine, and
Siddhartha
just
will-
sticks it to the back of their head.
yeah, same.
Not that far! Oh, my-
Basically, Siddhartha and Arrow do that at pretty much the same time. Siddhartha
Well-
is holding his what is it called? What did we call the weapon?
Your
It's like a
plasma
crossbow.
rifle thing?
Yeah, it's like
Oh, the
Like- energy crossbow. He's
Yes.
like holds it up in hopes that it comes with him wherever he dreams.
so the dreamer who went with you was definitely in shock upon seeing this. And was going to start trying to come up with some idea when he sees
Two of us.
two of you essentially get shunted directly into the system and just freezes.
Now, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say you'll find out once we figure out how to get in there, but they just said fuck it. Okay. You coming in or you staying out? What's the plan here?
That is most certainly.
Because I'm following them.
That is most certainly one way to enter the dream realm.
And what's the other one?
I was still coming up with that, but that's definitely the most direct.
Screw it. Clunk. Gun in hand, jam it in the back of the skull, fall over, don't care. Put me in, coach.
Oh, it's less fall over and more the moment it's in and you kind of go unconscious, your body gets lifted up and the vines. It's harder to tell if the vines are suspending you from the bottom or if they're supporting you to make sure your head doesn't come off.
I'm still holding my crossbow.
Yeah, no, your grips are
All right.
tight.
Okay, there is something I would like to do
There.
All right, what would you like to do?
with these weird vine things and all of that jazz, just to make sure of things. It's not my best role, but I'm the only one conscious at the moment.
Okay.
Can I investigate a mystery?
You may investigate a mystery.
Maybe we should have done that
Some of us
first.
skipped that step. Some of us just went for glory.
Some of us are very bright, to be fair.
mind you, Layil is pretty old, so like doing things recklessly is not okay. A 10.
A 10. All right, so you get to hold 2, and you can burn a hold 1 to ask a question.
And what are the can ask?
So you can ask, what happened here? What sort of creature is it? Which isn't as applicable. I guess I would say is what kind of contraption is it?
Okay.
What can it do?
Okay.
What can hurt it? Where did it go isn't as applicable here. And what is being concealed here?
What it can do. We're gonna spend 1 hold.
Okay.
What it can do, and then the second hold is what is being concealed here.
All right. This plant seems to be a way of connecting the dreamers who can shape the city to the city itself.
Interesting.
What is being concealed here? You feel that there is definitely something wrong with the actual head dreamer.
Okay.
And because whatever happened while they were connected, it locked them in and took over.
Oh boy. So everyone that is connected to this is now locked in.
Until you guys can find a way to either get rid of the thing or find a way to get him out.
Okay.
And the only way to get him out
is to go in.
Is from within.
Okay, so I don't even need to read a bad situation then.
Correct.
And there's no other way to go in there except through this device.
As far as you can tell, you could try to magic a way in, but that might have some unnecessary risks.
We're gonna fuck it. We're gonna do it.
You're gonna what it?
You heard her.
We are going to use magic.
Oh. You're taking
to
a risky
go in.
approach.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go. It's a base roll. 12.
Okay. You are very lucky.
Hold on. Can I describe it?
I was about to ask you to. Go on. Do it. Go for it.
So, as she's standing there, all of her wings kind of like wrap around her body for a second. And inside it's to block out the light so nothing else gets awakened anywhere nearby. On the palm of her right hand, an eye opens, closes, and then tattoo on the back of her right hand is a sign of an hourglass. Because, fun fact, hourglasses are actually a common symbol for dreams. Fun fact. It flips upside down, and she starts melting away like sand. Because Sandman, Mr. Sandman, doo-doo.
Bring me a dream.
Bum, bum,
Yep.
bum,
And she just fades away like sand, and she tells the one guy, keep watch.
He's kind of looking at this like in shock, like, well, this is new.
I wish I was awake to see that. God
Just
damn.
just get his and all like, yeah, keep watch.
They're gonna have to show us that when we wake up.
Yeah, I'm not shoving a device in the back of my head. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Aww.
Wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've ever had inside me. I mean, wait, what?
Hmm.
Don't worry, you're still gonna have to deal with
It's
the
just-
consequences of your actions. Don't worry about it.
It's
I
just
rolled
part
a
of the
12.
job.
So,
I rolled a perfect roll, Sam.
you're still gonna have to deal with the consequences of your actions.
I was gonna say, did you forget who you're talking to?
Everyone will.
Oh.
Sorry.
So,
I hate it. Thanks.
Arrow and I are laughing at the kinky potential.
between the first two people who jumped into the system first, I either
Yes, Dad.
need to have you guys do a roll off to see who goes first, unless one of you wishes to volunteer.
I'll volunteer.
I was gonna say I will volunteer.
We're gonna have to do
Well,
a
then
roll
we'll
off
roll
then.
for it.
So, question
What
is,
do you want us to roll?
just the 2d6. Now, question is, and I will have a mixture of. Actually, you guys go ahead and roll that. I'm gonna set up a poll real quick.
Just
Are we
do
allowed to
whoever
vote
rolls
Nicole
higher.
Dungeon Daddy?
Okay, yeah, we'll do whoever rolls higher.
I got a 6. Middle
Well,
of
you
the
get to go
road.
first.
Huh?
You get to go first.
Oh, what'd you roll?
4.
Well, it's
Does
better
the-
to get the
do-
bad
do
rolls
these-
out now.
Do these both count as failures? Do we mark a success? Mark a?
Unfortunately, no. I wish, but no.
Yeah, I got a 4, so.
As you enter the mindscape, you find this constant shifting, almost like a red-gray mist. Walking through it, you're seeing nothing, but you're hearing things. Sounds, voices, some of which familiar. Can't quite place it. And then a scent hits your nose. It's the smell of smoke.
I go towards the smoke.
You follow the scent. Slowly you're starting to see light through the fog, and the fog is starting to be replaced with smoke. You're starting to feel flashes of heat. You're not hearing any voices. The voices are all gone. But eventually, you come to a door. Scorched, burnt, battered to hell. But you've seen this door before. You've gone through it 100 times. Looks like the door to the guild hall.
I take out my crossbow. Check for my other stuff.
As you reach down to go to your gear, you notice something odd. You were in decent condition before. But as you look down to grab at your gear, you notice clothes are scorched, damaged. One of your hip bags is completely destroyed. Bunches of your gear are missing. Your hands are covered in blood, soot. Almost as if you've been crawling through a war zone.
I'm gonna read a bad situation.
All right, this one will be a little bit tougher. This is a very unique circumstance. This will be more of a pass or fail.
Okay. Plus, let me just make sure. I think I have something. I have when you read a bad situation, you may roll plus cool instead of plus sharp. So plus 3. That is an 8.
Eight. I'll give you this little piece of information before we cut over to the next person to give you something to think about. It looks like whatever has happened, with all the signs you're seeing, with what you can see of yourself, there's been another calamity event. But you don't know what happened. To Arrow,
Yes.
as you enter the mindscape, you as
Mhm.
well start wading through this reddish gray mist. There's no
Okay.
directions, there's no pinpoints, it's just a void. And as you walk, you hear sounds, voices, smells, and then one particular smell just starts, it's stronger and stronger. So somewhat of an almost sickly sweet smell, but with an added touch of iron. What do?
I look for the source of the smell.
Can't see anything yet. You can definitely tell the smell is going in a certain direction. The mists are still too thick. Not quite with 3 Cs, but close.
I walk that way then.
As you start to move further and further, the mists slowly turn from that red-gray to just the normal color of fog. Start to see trees, pine and oak. The nondescript terrain underfoot seems to become a little bit slightly rocky. Smell seems to be going further in this direction. But the smell is slowly starting to lose that sweetness. And there's that small feeling of satisfaction. An unnatural gleefulness at the smell. Something you can't quite pinpoint. And when you're
I
thinking about
push forward.
you push forward,
What? I push forward.
So as you start pushing forward, we'll switch over to Levi.
Yes. Sorry, it took my brain a second.
No, you're good. You're good. You're encountering the same fog as the others.
Okay. I want to investigate this fog and determine if it's magical in nature or not.
Okay. So, let's see. Wouldn't be quite using a spell, so I'm going to say investigate a mystery.
Okay. Nope, that's an experience. That is a
Oof.
5 total.
Yeah, you have no idea what this is.
Was worth a shot in the moment.
It was. It was. Just like the others. You're hearing tiny things, smelling tiny things. But one sound kind of overshadows the rest. You hear crying.
What type of crying? Are we talking hysterics? Are we talking just dread, sadness? What kind of pitch are we looking at? High pitch, low pitch, somewhere in the middle?
It sounds like a child's crying, but less crying is just they're sad, but more of fear.
I'm gonna head towards that voice. Mock fuck.
You take off running. The fog's rushing past you, and at first it seems like the sound is not getting any closer. And that's when you see a door. Normal wooden door.
I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door, and the scene you see is potent. The air is so saturated with magic, it's palpable. There are scorch marks, there are bodies. But the reason the magic is so palpable to you is because it's yours.
Choice words for you.
And that's when you start to look closer at the area. This is a local pub that you used to frequent a lot. These were people you knew. And while you're simmering in that, Layil,
Oh no, it's my turn.
So,
you didn't go through the plant like
No.
everyone else did.
Of course not.
When you enter the dream, you're coming into the room that you were just in.
Oh, I love that for me.
There's no fog. There's no voices or sounds or smells. You can see the dreamers.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the head dreamer. You can even see your friends all kind of suspended in midair with tendrils of energy meeting at a focal point.
Okay, I'm slowly going to approach the focal point.
As you get closer to where these tendrils of energy are condensing, you get the feeling that you're not alone.
I will look around.
Roll to investigate a mystery.
Ah, yes, my worst skill. Here we go, guys. We got this.
Good luck!
I got it. We got this.
You can either roll to investigate a mystery or read a bad situation.
Actually, I'm gonna do something.
Oh?
I'm gonna spend a luck point
Oh.
to change your roll to a 12. However, Divine Special also activates. When you spend a point of luck, you get a word. Your mission requires something difficult that must be done by you urgently.
Okay. Read that one more time for me. I might have just gotten an idea.
When you spend a point of luck, you get word your mission requires something difficult that must be done by me urgently.
Okay. Would you like it said out loud or would you like it messaged?
Secret table talk, please.
Okay. I will message that to you. Now,
Yeah, I
which
spent a
were
luck
you
point
rolling? What-
and actually it's gonna be investigative mystery, so I got a 12. Yeah, because if I rolled a 2, so -1.
Oh no.
So I'm like, no, we're gonna spend a luck point. No thanks. I'm in the weird room where it happens, I guess.
All right. So, investigate a mystery. The questions are, what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
What is being concealed here for the first question?
Okay.
And what were the other questions again?
What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? And what was it going to do?
What is it going to do?
Okay. So, what is being concealed here? The creature itself has realized that additional people have joined its web.
Mm-hmm.
It knows you're here. So it is currently hiding and looking for an opportunity to strike.
It ain't gonna like me, buddy.
As for what was it going to do,
Mm-hmm.
what it is currently doing is feeding.
On them.
Correct. And you get the hunch if you can help them overcome,
XYZ. Yes.
then maybe you could help break them free. But it also intends on putting you in the same state.
I'm gonna stare at the focal point.
Roll me another sharp.
Sure, why not? Because I have an idea, and if this works, you're gonna fucking hate me.
Will I?
That's a 9.
Yes.
It's a 9. You get the sense that may be a focal point. That's where the magic is condensing. But you don't see anything actively feeding off of it right now.
Okay. I know it's in the room with me, correct?
Oh, it's definitely in the room with you right now.
Cool. There's one thing I can do. I have cast out evil. I may banish an unnatural creature that is in my presence.
In your presence.
It's in the room. That means it is in my presence. You said I was being watched.
You're being watched, but you have no idea where it is.
That's fine. It does not matter.
It kind of does for this. Also, do remember, you're in a dream state. You have no idea how some of your abilities work, or even if.
I don't care. I'm gonna try it. Can I attempt it, though?
You may attempt.
Cool. So what we're going to do...
However, because the situation, you're going to roll using weird.
It's actually on the sheet. It's a tough roll.
On the sheet, yes. This is a situational thing. You're not connected to your physical body right now.
That's fine. That's fine.
You're rolling weird to see if you can connect to the ability.
That's fine. So I'll roll weird first before I do anything else, correct?
Correct.
That's fine. It's an 11.
All right. You feel you're able to connect, though you also feel it will be extremely hard to banish such a creature without being able to touch it.
Okay, that does not go with what I had in mind at all.
There's a reason for this.
Okay.
It's a metaphysical creature.
Okay.
So, in order to have any kind of effect on it in its own realm, you need to be able to physically put your hands on it.
That's fine. We're gonna do the one thing.
Well, first,
Anyways.
we're going to go back to our dreamers
Yep.
while you're figuring that out. Siddhartha. Oh, I think you're still muted.
There we go. Okay. It's a calamity. I just have to buckle down and take care of the situation. So, I can either read a bad situation or I want to look around for something that I can wield.
All right. Currently, the only thing you see in front of you is the door.
I'm gonna rip the door off its hinges and just hold it like a shield.
All right. So you grab a door, and it practically falls apart in your hands. And you realize that it wasn't so much going into the guild hall as you were coming out of it.
So, meaning the calamity is behind me, or the calamity is in the town?
As you walk, the door falls apart, and you see the entire town is decimated. Buildings shattered and burning. The sky is filled with smoke and ash.
Okay.
Bodies
Okay.
everywhere.
Do I remember that I'm in a dream?
Roll sharp. Actually, I'll give you 2 rolls you can do for this.
Uh-huh.
If you wish to try to center yourself to focus where you are, roll sharp. If you're trying to remember your training to keep calm and composed, roll cool.
I want to first see if I remember that I'm in a dream.
Alrighty, so roll sharp.
Okay. That's cocked. All right, that is a 10.
That is a 10. Something clicks. Something's not right. How did you get here? What happened? All these questions start circulating in your head. Kind of like when you're in a dream and you see something weird and question it.
I need to find the thing that is out of place.
Correct. And that's when things start getting weird. You see the bodies start moving unnaturally, jerking, twisting as the mangled bodies start crawling and standing up. Their voices all echoing. Why did you survive? Why didn't you save us?
And do I see the thing that's out of place? The thing that it doesn't match the scene?
Oh, you see all of it. All of it looks off. The entire thing looks mirrored. And the more you look, the more you notice everything is mirrored. Buildings that are supposed to be on the left side of this street are on the right, and vice versa. People's hairlines. With heterochromia, their eye colors are reversed. And the more you look, the more you notice. And the more angry the crowd seems to become.
I'm running back into the guild hall. I'm looking for a mirror.
You turn around, you run back into the guild hall. But it's like you go in one door and out another into an entirely different location. It's another place you know, but it's a place that you saw destroyed. A place which your team and you failed to save.
So this is no longer. This is a memory now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my last mission.
Facts. The one where everything went south. The one where
I'm in
you
a
were
dream.
The one where you were the only surviving member.
I'm in a dream. I look for a clock.
Okay. Roll me, now that you figured things out, roll sharp again with a +1.
That is a 13.
13. There we go. Things are starting to click. You're starting to become more and more lucid. The thing that was being described as you were moving through the city, these small creatures, were said to be a part of something bigger. Something that fed off nightmares. Nightmares of fear.
And I want to take control of the situation. If I find a clock, I can wind back time and I can stop this from happening.
It's an idea. So while you're looking for a clock, arrow.
Yeah.
You're following the scent, correct?
Unfortunately.
Oh, don't say unfortunately. It's quite fortunate. For me. As you move closer to the scent, you find honestly a small mountain town. Nice houses. Looks to be somewhere between maybe West Virginia, somewhere close to what in West Virginia, in the West Virginia mountains, by the topography at least.
Okay.
As you're getting closer to the smell, you're starting to see stains on the cobblestone pavement. First, they look like mud, but mud doesn't smell like iron, does it?
Arrow stops walking.
A lot of these places look muddy. Doesn't you realize your glasses are on?
I take my glasses off.
That's not mud. Sounds similar though. And as you reach your hands up to move it, you notice that your hands are covered in it.
I drop my glasses. just instinctively, just like in pure shock, just drop my glasses and look at my hands.
The hands are stained with blood. And as you realize that, the smell just gets stronger.
They begin to Arrow begins to panic and like attempts to scrub at their hands. That just rub their hands together rapidly, like Cal is gonna like rub together and scrape off, and they can. I know that will do nothing, but Arrow instinctively tries to get blood off.
Caught most of that. It was coming in a little robotic, but I caught almost all of it. You're desperately trying to scrub it off just to get it off, but it seems the more and more you rub, the more and more it spreads. Roll sharp.
6.
6. With a 6.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5 actually, because I have mine.
Oh, what the?
Oh. I will
Hold on a second. It looks
Yeah.
like M's thing just... M seems to be having a technical issue with Discord all of a sudden. Hold on one moment. Oh, wait, hold on.
Nope.
Hold on 1 second, folks. I gotta go check to see, find out what's going on here. Because that is definitely abnormal.
We'll vamp for time. Go.
Thank you.
What is he doing to my boy?
I'm having a mental breakdown.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna have one too. I got your back, son.
It's so fun. I love it.
See, you're having the panic mental breakdown. I'm gonna have the other version. A little insight into what's gonna happen.
The angry kind?
Yeah.
Fun. Hate that for everyone involved. This is some capital T trauma.
Oh, we going deep into the trauma bonding today. Ooh woo.
Oh, whoa.
Ee wee.
Oh, well, M is in the chat now. We're moving in the right direction.
Hello.
I said moving. I didn't say we were there yet.
Trying to be optimistic.
Hey.
Failing miserably, but
Okay, can you all hear me?
Yes.
yas, queen.
Good.
No, it looks like her Discord had just been open for far too long and it just crashed in on itself.
Preach. Been there, done that.
Pour one out for the real ones.
I prefer not to. This energy drink is what's keeping me alive.
I'm
Functioning.
drinking water.
I drank water all day today. I need
Well,
some
la di da. I've got Dr. PP. Leave me alone.
Fair enough. So, where were we? Oh, yes.
Sam.
Scrubbing the blood.
Correct.
Swear to God. Swear to God. Okay.
Scrubbing the blood. Rubbing our hands together.
The more you seem to scrub, the more it seems to spread. And you start to remember things. Do you remember this insatiable feeling in your gut? This almost primal aggression that refused to be sated. The people of this town did something to offend you, and they needed to pay. You had tried to be reasonable with them, but they just refused to listen. So you came to teach them a lesson they wouldn't forget. Roll sharp one more time with a +1.
I will mark experience
Again?
and take my failure with a 2. Well, 3 if I have a +1.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh
Would you
dear.
be surprised to hear that I'll level up next time?
No. Absolutely not.
This game doesn't like me, Sam. I don't know what you want.
I think your dice just don't like you. God damn.
Yeah.
The more and more you try to fight it, the more and more you look at yourself and you're not seeing the human looking parts.
No. No.
You're seeing the elongated nails, the midnight colored skin, feeling the weight of your wings fully extended. Your eyesight feels sharper and more in tune with the night sky. You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror. Or not the mirror, in the reflection of some of the glass for one of the houses. Shattered, slightly blood-stained. Somebody appeared to have been thrown through it. But what you see staring back at you isn't what you know yourself to look like.
Can I roll cool to try and not have a panic attack about this?
You may indeed.
9!
That is a success.
So I think instead, what I will do is I will punch out whatever glass I am reflecting off of.
You do. But as you turn, it's like every single piece of glass becomes reflective. Every house, every glass screen porch. Roll me sharp again with a +2.
Okay. 7.
All right, that's good enough. Because this is where we're going to leave you off with this little bit of information. You start to think back what brought all this about, and you don't remember. Which doesn't feel right. You would remember something like this. Why don't Levi?
Yes, sir.
We're in the pub. People you've known for ages scattered about the place. Like confetti.
Levi's just gonna start cackling in anger. Like, you know that laugh you get when you're just so pissed off the words won't come?
Uh-huh.
That laugh. I'd do it right now, but I don't want to wake my partner up.
Fair.
So just imagine, if you will. He is going to fall to his knee, or I should say they are going to fall to their knees while cackling when the mask of rage just consumes them, crawling over to each of their old friends, drinking buddies, acquaintances, whatever these people were to them, and screaming at them that they were not given permission to die. That I don't care if I'm the one who came after you. You weren't allowed to leave. You knew that if I ever lost my mind, you were supposed to put me down. You aren't done. And Levi will then start weaving every bit of magic within their body and all of the residual magic in the air to try to bring back whomever or whatever they can.
Ooh. I was really hoping you would do that.
And I will give in to, and Levi will give in to the temptation within them to exert this power using the weave over these people.
I'm gonna say this. You shouldn't have done that. This you do not
Consequences
have
be
to
damned.
roll for.
You know Levi's worst fear. This is completely on brand.
Oh, exactly. And that's why there's no roll for this. No, because the alarm wouldn't have stopped. The car alarm just randomly started going on outside.
Oh, you too?
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah, I had one a couple minutes ago.
You start to weave the magic. You feel it ebb and flow. You feel it start to connect. You feel it starting to work. And then you feel everything go wrong.
Real quick. Wrong how, but also because Levi, in this situation, since this is the dream, even though Levi is giving into the temptation within them, as a hex, if they give into their temptation, they get to mark an experience. Does that still count?
In this case,
I completely forgot about that when I said it.
in this particular sense, yes.
Okay. I wanted to ask before I forgot because I was just rereading. Anyway, so what went wrong?
You see as the, for better lack of word, the souls start to get shunted back in the bodies. But it goes wrong. Like we're talking Full Metal Alchemist trying to resurrect mom. Wrong.
Oh, I'll put them back together. I have a healing ability. You don't understand where Levi's headspace is right now. They will literally shred their body to fix this.
And the little girl? is
Does
just
Levi still have their
screaming.
knife? Knife? Sorry, bit my tongue.
You do not. Your
That's
gun's
fine.
missing too.
That's fine.
The little girl is crying, screaming as the mother's body is being contorted, just screaming, please, no, stop. What are you doing to Mama?
And I'm just gonna whip my head over my shoulder without stopping what I'm doing and just. This is purely heat in the moment. Trigger warning for people. I'm sorry, but shut up! I'm trying to save her.
And with tear-stained eyes. You recognize this little girl. You've known her family for years. You were there. You were there when they were born.
I figured you were going somewhere with this.
And it was just with tear-filled eyes. Why did you do this? Why did you hurt everyone?
I didn't. I. And at that point, Levi's just gonna break the weave and fall over into a mess and start punching the floor rapid fire as hard as physically possible, screaming bloody murder.
Roll me a sharp with a +1.
You said +1?
With a +1.
Okay. Nope, that didn't land in the tray. That is a 7.
7. As you're lashing out in anger, something clicks. For one, you've always remembered when something that you have done has caused harms to other people. Like it's been seared in your memory. You're constantly holding it against yourself. But you can't, for the life of you, remember what it is. Or why all these people, some of which who, like some people, couldn't stand the presence of other, would all be in the same room without there being some sort of celebration of which there's no decorations for. Something's not right. But that's like in the back of your mind. That little instinctual twinge of oddity.
But I feel that twin.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, fuck it. Upon feeling that and knowing that, like, I don't recall doing this, I'm gonna see if I'm under the effect. I want to use magic to dispel magic. To see if I'm under the effects of something that's causing me to think this.
Okay.
Like a charm or an illusion or something along those lines.
Roll it. Roll weird.
That's a 14.
Woo!
Double sixes plus 2.
Not only do you recognize that this is some sort of illusion, but it's like you see the strings Like everything is being puppeted.
I have another idea. I have another idea. If you'll let me do it.
Go on.
I want to shoot a curse up the string.
Alright. Roll for it. Hold on to the result, though.
Okay. Okay.
Layil.
Yes.
You are seeing something happen with the other three.
You are breaking up.
You are breaking up.
Okay.
You are seeing something happen with the other three.
Okay.
The stream of energy coming from Siddhartha is more of a constant ebb and flow.
Like it's calming itself.
More like it's steady.
Okay.
You can see Levi's was starting to spike in activity, but is now starting to thin, like a string getting ready to break.
Why do I get bad vibes from that?
Arrows. That line is thick. And it has heavily increased over the past minute you've been in this room.
Oh.
Whatever is feeding off of that particular line of energy is eating good.
I'm gonna follow Arrow's line.
All right. You get a premonition, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Lay your hands on them and enter the dream.
She will look at Arrow, who is suspended. Look at her hands and lay them on the forehead.
The moment you make physical contact, you blink, you're no longer in the room.
Okay.
So we're going to come back to now combination scene.
Cool. What am I seeing?
You see small human town in the mountains.
Okay.
It's nighttime. There's blood everywhere. And there's a monstrous creature standing, staring at its blood-soaked hands, seeming to try to scrub the blood off. You see it see its own reflection and try to break the glass. It's panicking.
I'm gonna do something that is you'll understand in a second.
Uh-oh, Wacky. She's about to do a thing, I feel.
I'm right here.
No. Layil will speak out and says, "Be not afraid." I had to. It's an angel thing. You should have seen that coming. She will slowly approach. She will slowly approach the one who is trying. So there's no blood on the hands. It's like it's right. There's no blood on the hands.
At this point, Arrow is just like curled up in a ball and talking to themselves.
Layil will slowly approach and crouch down. How old does Arrow look?
Arrow doesn't look humanish at all.
I get that, but how old do they look?
Hard to tell. Can you really tell Mothman's age when it's in its full monstrous visage?
Height-wise, are they a child, a teenager, or adult?
Considering they're crunched down, granted with the length of their legs, it almost looked like full standing they'd be about 10 feet tall.
Uh, she will still crouch down. Hello? Arrow. This is your conscious speaking.
What conscience?
You have a conscious.
They'll stop rocking and just like look up
Hi.
at them.
Hello.
You see, they almost look like they're made of mist or fog. Like they're there, but they're not there.
They just kind of like droopily stare.
Let's get up.
Why?
Because you're Mothman.
I did this.
Yes, you did. And you can't change that.
I don't even know why I did.
Sometimes things happen that are out of our control.
Taking lives is never out of your control.
It can be.
Is the joy of it out of my control?
Did you enjoy it?
Part of me did.
And part of you didn't. Right?
Right.
The part that didn't still shows you have humanity in you and you're not a complete monster.
I'm not a human, though, as much as I try to be.
Humanity isn't always being exactly human in a normal stance. You have morals. You have a conscience. You feel guilt. You feel, do you not? You have emotions.
I do.
A monster that is too far gone has none of that. This is just a small hiccup. And
Small hiccups don't kill entire populations of people.
what set you off?
Don't know. I can't remember. It's like the bridge. It's all a blur. Everywhere I go, something happens and people die, and anytime I just try to be normal, it always finds me.
Have you ever looked into why?
No, I've never been able to.
You can now.
to start?
Well, the first place you can start is getting off the ground and dusting yourself off.
They stand up slowly.
She'll stand up.
Yeah, you're used to being, like, taller than him, but now he's
By a
about,
lot.
because you were, what, 8 foot?
7.5.
7? Just about 10.5?
Huh. I actually had to look up at you. That's odd.
I don't like it. For what that's worth.
Now, let's walk to the end of the road. And then we'll figure out why your things are the way that they are.
Arrow, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Would you say this interaction has calmed you?
Significantly.
The more you look around, the more you realize is out of place.
None of this is making any sense.
And that's when it clicks. You've been to this town before, you recognize the sign, but all of these buildings and where they're located are from different towns. As if all your memories from all these different places have been smushed together. This place isn't real. And as you start to feel that, you feel, and Layil as well, feel the drop.
Feel the what?
The drop.
What does that mean?
That feeling of waking up.
No,
Where you're
Lyle's.
falling.
Oof. Lyle's like, I must go.
To Siddhartha.
Hello.
You see the great cataclysm where that you managed to survive. To this day, you're still not entirely sure how. Describe it. What do you see?
I haven't turned back time yet.
Not yet.
It's there is a glowing sphere in the center of the room. And everywhere, everyone's just cut in half. As if it had put out a pulse. And Siddhartha realizes the reason that he managed to survive is because he had tripped and fallen right before that went off and was too low to get hit. And he knows what set it off. They didn't try to dismantle it the right way. for lack of a better term, touched the wrong wires together as they were trying to dismantle it. And he knows that if he can turn back time, he can make sure that they don't do that. And everyone will be okay.
As you're looking for this, as you're that was really just heard something weird. As you're looking for you're looking for a way to reverse this, you find yourself calming and getting more into that mindset of there's a problem to be solved. I have an idea of how to fix it. You're becoming less and less afraid and more focused. And as that happens, details start to fade and then reappear. As if they're trying to be focused and kept in focus, but they can't sustain it.
It's a weird thing because as things go out of focus, he feels a little frantic because he can't get to the clock and turn back time and fix the problem. And then things solidify and he calms down and he gets ready to go again. And stuff starts fading out again. And it just ends up in this thing for a little while.
Roll with cool.
Alright, that is an 11.
11. As you're focusing again, you realize what's going on. You've realized you've been through something similar to this in a training exercise. You're trapped in an illusion.
That's
None of
what-
this is real.
That's what he's realizing. I mean, he's realized that it's a dream, and he got fixated on the idea of, at least in this dream, being able to reverse what happened and get everyone back, even if it's in a dream. And so he fights it for a little while, and things blur, become sharper, blur becomes sharper. And then he remembers that he's supposed to be somewhere, and he is supposed to be doing something. He is supposed to be completing a mission, and he is supposed to be protecting 3 people. And if he wastes time on this event that he cannot turn back, he will fail again. And with that, he's able to let go.
And as that realization comes through, you as well feel the plunge. As if the floor falls out beneath your feet. Levi,
Yes, Captain. I got that number for you.
what's the number?
11.
11. You see those strings. It takes next to no effort to figure out a nasty little hex to throw on there. And you send it up. For a second, it doesn't look like something happened. And then it feels like the entire place shakes. Everything starts like violently glitching until you feel the drop. Because if you remember, for those who decided to go into the system manually, y'all are kind of suspended off the ground. That drop isn't just in the dream.
Shit!
Surprise.
everyone comes to in this mirror of the room y'all entered. You're no longer suspended from the air. There's just one person there. One
Can I just, like-
strand of energy.
Can I just appear as sand? Like, woo.
Yes.
It We're having words later because I need to know how you do that. That was awesome.
Angel stuff. You wouldn't know. Anyways,
Rude, but okay.
As everyone is coming to, you see what was previously invisible, what is no longer, a strange humanoid figure. Their body seems to be, hard to tell if it's masculine or feminine or not. It almost appears to be wearing a dress made up of gnarled vines and leaves. Long, spindly arms with fingers about yay long seem to be desperately tying strings to the last individual suspended in midair. Whatever focus it had on the rest of you, it seems dedicated to attempting to keep a hold on this one
Can
person.
I use Dark Negotiator?
Alrighty. Gonna try to charm it.
Yes. Specifically, I'm going to use it to access mental dominion on it.
okay, so you're doing step 1, then step 2.
Correct.
Alright, so start off with step 1.
Step 1.
Yeah, you're doing the
Is-
wombo combo that I usually use when I play Monstrous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a 10 for step 1.
Alrighty, so is that just a normal charm roll?
Yeah, that's a normal charm roll. Basically to get their attention, and then I'm going to use mental dominion. Because I have Dark Negotiator, I can manipulate creatures the same way that I can manipulate humans. So I'm going to gaze into its eyes and exert my will over it.
Alrighty.
Gaze into my eyes anytime. Goddamn.
So you rolled a 10 plus.
Yep.
Tell them what you want them to do.
Grovel.
And
You're
specifically,
muted, Zoop.
and
It
specifically,
would
it
have been
says
easy.
if you
Holy
get a
shit.
10 plus, then they'll do it as long as you reward them as promised.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
In order to be fully manipulated, there has to be a give and take. It's not so much like a command, a spell of command.
Yes. Grovel, and I might spare your life.
Ooh. That's a trick.
I'll happily roll mental dominion on it too. If you would like.
Please. And read out that ability, because I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Mental dominion, you gaze into our normal human's eyes, which in this case I'm using Dark Negotiator, where you can use the abilities to manipulate, move on a monster, as well as people if they can reason or talk. I imagine this thing can reason if it's actively figuring out what's happening around it. So
from what I'm reading for those two particular abilities,
yep.
Dark Negotiator allows you to use charm to manipulate monsters, but it doesn't allow other. That's as far as it goes. It doesn't. That ability still mainly applies to humans or humanoids in this case. Because
Okay.
it also states especially for manipulating monsters, that minions at a minimum may or may not be susceptible to manipulation. It may be possible to manipulate minions who are human or almost human, and this is for under Dark Negotiator. But those who are
Oh, it doesn't say
incapable of
any of
speech
that
or
on
reason.
my sheet.
Yeah, I'm looking directly at the manipulate monsters under manipulate someone in the actual moves.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it doesn't say any of that on my sheet. So I was just going with my knowledge.
You're good, you're good.
Hear me out. Needle for head pats.
It's not going to kneel, but you are going to get its attention to the extent it is open and unable to act. Which gives
That's not what I asked for.
you an opening.
I would like to shoot through the threads and sever the connection.
Alright. And is there anything you would like to do?
No, because I was gonna follow the thread to the one. Actually, I'm gonna follow the thread to see who it's connected to.
So you can barely see that they are literally right behind them trying to connect to. It's the dreamer that you're trying to break free of whatever this is.
Layil's like looking at Siddhartha, looking at the rest of them, and she mouths, "I can go in there."
You want to go into the dreamer's dream.
Thumbs up.
Hearing this, I'm just gonna throw a wall of flame between the creature and the dreamer. Just literally directly in between them. But I'm going to keep it contained so that the dreamer does not get hurt.
Alrighty. So
There's your window.
I need a weird roll, and from Siddhartha, I need a tough roll.
Well, it sounds like Layil is asking Siddhartha to stand down. So
I will say this. With Arrow doing what he did, essentially demanding its full attention, with the strings being severed and a wall put up to make it harder for this thing to get to the dreamer, the chance of success will increase.
okay. So roll tough.
I'm using a luck.
Alrighty.
Because I don't want to inadvertently kill
Jeez.
this guy.
That is an 8.
So, normally on a tough roll, on a 7 to 9, you would do something to it would do something back to you. However, because Arrow's ability effectively stunned it, your effect succeeds with no kickbacks.
Cool.
The wall isn't just, a thin wall. You manage to do a full wrap around and trap it, Ring of Fire style. Which gives Layil the perfect opening.
Alright, we're gonna press my hands to the dreamer's forehead and go in.
It's a little weird for everyone. Because Layil, you never really saw what it looked like going in. It literally looked like as you touch your hands to their forehead, you turn to sand and literally go into them.
Yeah.
I've heard of wanting to wear someone like a second skin, but that is not what I envisioned.
Levi.
What? Tell me I'm wrong!
Time and place.
Unfortunately, this is part of my fucking mission at the moment, so I have to do this, unfortunately.
Listen, the time is always and the place is apparently here. Alright, Arrow?
Time almost seems to slow
Oh, this is weird.
as you go in.
I don't like it.
And unlike before, you see nothing except for the dreamer. They seem to be huddled, knees to their chest, hugging it as tight as they can, just looking absolutely terrified.
She will slowly approach. And the one who is usually the grump of the group is going and has been the therapist this session, I guess. Will crouch down in front of them.
It's gone.
What's gone?
The city, the world. My dreams destroyed it all. I made a wish on a falling star and everything's gone. Empty. Just look.
She'll look around. I see potential.
There's nothing there. It's
You can-
everything's gone.
Not everything. Am I not standing before you right now?
I... Yes, but that's it. There's no ground, no plants, no sky.
I'm gonna do something really weird.
What?
We are going to make ground.
How are you going to do that?
This is a dream, correct?
Not your dream. But yes.
Which means creativity can be used.
Yes. Though it would be significantly easier if it was your dream.
Yes, but just wait. I got a point to this. Okay. Imagine the ground.
You don't get it.
No,
I can't
I
just
do.
make things. I
Yes,
shape things.
you can make things out of nothing.
No one can make things out of nothing.
That's how existence came to be.
No. Not
Are
here.
are you questioning a divine being?
Saying a divine being may not entirely know what they're talking about in certain aspects.
Just try it.
You can't make something out of nothing. You can't
She
shape.
will rip one of her feathers out and hand it over.
What am I supposed to do with a feather?
Make ground out of it.
That's not how that works.
You said
You
you can't
can't
make
shape air into clay into a pot. It's not the same.
This is a dream. Anything can happen.
It's a dream. Look at the world.
All right. She'll hold her hands up. Grab them.
What?
Grab my hands.
They'll slowly reach out.
She will lightly touch them. They feel warm. Does this feel real?
Ow. Everything is gone. Nothing should exist. Nothing. What's going on?
Take a walk with me.
He's looking around at the nothingness.
Maybe let there be light?
How can I stand on ground that's not there?
Because there is ground.
Slowly they reach down and they're closing their eyes and they're touching and they're feeling.
Mhm.
And as they do, color starts to come back.
There we go.
And the more that returns to the fold, the faster it starts to spread.
Mhm.
And it ripples out and starts going faster and faster. You see the rest of the room, and you see everyone else. You're still in the dream, but you can see everyone else. For everyone else, you saw Layil go in, and we're shooting the strings, or we're holding the focus on the creature to keep it stunned. We're holding the flame cage to keep it from reaching any further. You're hearing these alienish shouts and yells and anger in a language you can't understand. You're seeing the small nightmarish creature starting to fly back in, and as they get close, they just start almost like turning to vapor and disappearing.
Well, that's a new trick.
They start coming in faster and faster and faster, just popping out of existence. And you see the red tint of the room. Starting from the center of the dreamer's chest, just starting almost like a small bubble start to appear. Slowly expanding outwards. The natural, almost like a metallic blue-green color of the light starting to come back in. As it's about maybe 5 feet away from him, you can see Layil's form rematerialize, still holding the head.
Mhm.
What the hell is that? There's not enough liquor on the planet to explain this right now. Let's just keep working.
You hear this creature scream out in agony as the bubble slowly expands, touching them, as you see them start to turn to wisps as well.
Did we just have a dark crystal moment?
Wait, hold on. How do you know what that is?
I like Jim Henson.
Fair point.
Valid.
Arrow is just staring at the blue-green light.
Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty.
Arrow, close your eyes, damn it.
There's a reason I said yet. Just the natural, the lanterns that were once the sickly orange red boils are now actually look like natural lanterns. Of this soft and blue-green hue. The entire room feels calm and relaxed. Not only are you
This
all
is the
not in the
best
dreams
place.
anymore, you're back in the room where you eventually went into the room. You no longer have the things stuck to your head. The other dreamers seeming to be coming to.
Is it
And
still fleshy?
no, it actually appears more like just natural vines and wood.
Do we now have ports on the
I
base of our
love it
skulls?
here.
No, actually, you guys almost seem to be in very, very nice chairs made of leaves and vines. They're they're extremely
So
comfy. You could fall
pretty.
asleep so easily in these things.
Did we all drop acid or something?
Oh, is Layil
This
still
room
standing?
is beautiful.
Yes, like as the bubble just
Tara,
continues
put on
to
your
go,
glasses.
and the dreamer seems to wake up. Like y'all are back in the room, no longer in the dream state. No
Well.
idea how you woke up either.
I appear like
This room
sand.
is
I
pretty.
appear like sand.
Mhm.
Ah, there we are.
Oh, my head hurts. I'm gonna walk over to Arrow, grab his glasses out of his pocket, and just drop them
There.
on their pocket, and just drop it on their face. It's like, stop it! Get some help!
Oh.
All right. She'll look at the dreamer as I'm pretty sure she's still standing in front of them.
Oh, oh my head hurts.
It's called being hungover.
Oh, why does it hurt?
Wait, how do you know that?
You've been sleeping for too long.
But I'm always sleeping.
Wait, you can get a sleep hangover?
What's a hangover?
No.
You have a headache, yes?
You owe us one.
It's like something is
Who does?
crawling around
He-
inside my head.
There was.
They owe us a hangover.
Ah, yes, yes.
No, technically we are on official guild business here.
Who are
What?
you people?
Don't mind us. We're planning a drink.
Siddhartha from the guild.
Oh. I remember seeing you in dreams. You visited here a few times, right?
Did I? Yes.
Okay. I have a really good memory for faces. Yeah.
Apparently.
I may need to take a nap soon.
No.
Well, I mean, technically he does eventually need to go back to sleep to keep
Yes.
the City of Dreams.
Wait, what happened?
Uh,
Have we figured out the name of this thing?
You did not, but Layil
oh shit.
remembers something that he said.
Wishing on a falling star? That's what she mutters. Loud enough for everyone to hear.
Yeah. I remember seeing it one night. A shooting star. I thought they were dreams.
Was it green?
It was kind of green, yeah.
That
And then
might have been the cause of the problem.
it came down, and he opens up his hand. And there's a small black shard in his hand.
Ah.
I will
She'll motion to
Pick
Siddhartha
them.
to come get it.
I will pick that up, drop it in a bottle, glass bottle, cap it.
As you do,
oh shit.
you feel all of you feel a warm sensation in the back of your hand.
Left hand.
You look at that mark on your hand that had the four-pointed star, and you see one of the spokes disappear, and the spokes spread out.
Oh, one down.
Oh, would you look at that? We actually did something good. Or bad.
Um,
As much as you all hate her, I think we need to take this back to the Oracle.
You better get me liquored up first. I ain't dealing with her sober again.
Oh, you know Grandma?
she's
What?
your grandmother.
Mother Mystic, yes, visited us, and
Offended half of the group.
yeah.
Oh, she doesn't do that on purpose. She just sees everything.
Go back to bed, sweetheart. You look rough.
Yeah, I could use some Judy sleep. Oh, I could work on the skyscape tonight. That would be fun.
Yeah, you know what? Good night.
There
You're
you go.
welcome.
Yeah.
Bon chance.
And you can see as he like almost like falls back. His chair is almost like you know those chairs that they almost look like part of an egg, like an eggshell has been
Mhm.
opened up and
Yes,
it's super
yes.
like, he just falls into that like and you just see like a soft glow extend and almost pulse outwards as he does.
Era adjusts their glasses to block all of their eyes.
Well,
Took you long enough.
Thank you, Layil, by the way.
no problem.
Do we want to talk about what we saw?
I didn't see anything.
Neither did I.
Yeah, no, I got nothing to say. Normal, regular Tuesday for me.
Good.
Besides the weird, yeah, besides everything that was weird. But no. Next time we don't randomly stick things at the base of our necks.
Yeah,
I
that
will
sounds like a
do as
you
I
problem.
please. I will do as I please every time.
We
And I
can
will
we can
stick things
discuss.
where I want to.
We can
Listen,
discuss
I'm with Arrow. If
tactics.
I want to put something in an orifice, I'm doing it.
And I think that is where we will call it.
It's a good spot to
Yeah,
leave
can
it.
we do the XP question?
Yes, we can. Who has
Give
the
me some XP.
questions pulled up?
I don't.
Fuck.
That's why. Let me grab the book.
Hold on, I gotta remember what page it's on, because I can
It's
simply.
like 100. I think it's like 108.
You got this, Em. You remember.
It's basic keeper moves.
Listen, between the five of us, somebody's got the brain cell.
Hold on.
It's not me.
It's not me either,
Monstrous.
because...
Hold on. 178.
So close.
108, 178 is only 70 up. 70 off.
Well, it's a single digit off. Let's be real.
That's what you call... No,
was I
I'm
close?
gonna refrain from that joke.
108 to 178? Yes. I say yes, because you were only a digit off the middle digit.
Hold on. Where are the questions? No, that's
Hold on.
ending the game, not where are the questions at.
Here she goes to save the day.
God damn, of course. There's sometimes where it's like, oh, this is very, very straightforward where you can find things. And other times, no.
I'm close. I already got it.
What page is it?
I got it.
What page is it? 118. Okay, so still a number off. But closer than 178.
I can read it. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
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 Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
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 And
Yeah.
did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Try all the hunters.
Yes.
Yes.
We get 2 XP.
Woohoo! That's a
I level
I
up.
level up.
Alrighty. So, if you want to take care of those level ups now, or as we're getting ready for our next session next week, feel entirely free. We'll go into the outros because it is getting a little bit later for some people. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
we'll
hold off
go-
because I gotta talk to you about stuff.
we will go in the opposite direction. So we will actually start with Wacky.
Hi, I'm Wacky from Dicey Tables Podcast. If you're looking for some Regency queer romance, you can check out this season. The first episode will be posting next week. For this season of Dicey Tables Podcast, you can find us anywhere podcasts are available. Other than that, I'm here on Fridays, even though you can't see my face.
Hi, I'm Supriya or ZoupMachine. If you want to see what I'm in, you can check out my card. It's zoupmachine.carrd.co. And there's ways to get a hold of me if you want to chat games or whatever. Tell me you like my style or tell me you hate my style. It's totally okay. Cool beans.
What's
Yeah,
up,
that-
guys? Again, I am Zetta. That is my shorthand. My full title is Overlord Zetta1. You can find me on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter with that handle. Literally, easiest way to find me is to do that. Or if you Google me, you will find my link tree. It's very bare bones. I need to actually add more to it. I am here on Friday nights. I normally stream on my own channel every so often, but I've been taking a little bit of a break to focus on some life stuff that's been getting in my way. But other than that, this is where you can find me on Friday.
And honey, would you like to do a self intro and tell a little bit about the channel?
Hi, I'm Starshard.Stories, or Starshard.Story on most corners of the internet, because social media cannot decide what my username should be. You can find me here on the Starfield at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, usually on Mondays, for Werewolf the Apocalypse, which is with the current edition, which is 5th edition, called The Guardians of Neptune's Cairn. We are actually coming up on the end of Season 1 for our Werewolf Chronicle. If we're not doing that, we're doing a thing called Dice Pack, which is one-page TTRPGs when I don't feel like running. As a reminder, we will be taking off 2 weeks here coming up soon. On Mondays, we will be taking off the 29th of July and August 5th, because most of our cast will be traveling during that time. On Tuesdays, you can usually find me on Dinner and a Game Show, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Emerald Sanctums, which is a 20th anniversary multi-splat World of Darkness game, where I play Countess Rosaline, a she noble from House Islanded. I will not be on for a couple of weeks because we still have special episodes going on. Or you can see me when Renowned is running games for Crawfish Till the Bitter End, where I play Esther Stamp, where she is the pararomantic who has a very hot demon girlfriend. On Fridays, you can find me here on the Starfield. And then you can find me on Dicey Tables Podcast, where I play Wacky's sibling for this season.
Woo!
Yeah, it is very dramatic for episode 1, and episode 2 is just gonna be sad. So, that is all I gotta say.
And of course, I am Markov and Co on most socials, but most people just know me as Sam. It's easier to pronounce, it's easier to remember. You guys can find me here on Fridays, or also Tuesdays and Saturdays when we're returning to our Baldur's Gate honor run and hopefully not getting our shit kicked in again. It's been a rough one. We've barely gotten through by the skin of our teeth for some of these fights. But there's a few other places you guys can find me over on ADH Adventures on Tuesday evenings for the channel's flagship show. On Wednesdays, you can find me over with Dinner and a Game for Kingdoms of Mist, which is what if we took D&D and combined it with Treasure Planet, but without some of the, honestly, kind of the bullshit rules of Stargate. Other than that, you'll find us here on Fridays as we continue with the tale with these lovely people of identifying what that mark on their hand is and what more craziness awaits them in this already very wacky world. We will not be going after one of the cornerstones next week, as we will be spacing out the more dramatic hunts with more shenanigan hunts.
Yay!
Shenana hunts.
Wait, we get to be gremlins?
Not only do you get to do gremlins, you may get to hunt gremlins. I hope y'all like krakens.
I could go for a
Wait,
Wait, what?
snack.
No, Layil's like, no, I'm gonna take a nap. Nope, absolutely not. Not messing with it.
You're fighting a
That
kraken
is
in Lyle's tree.
Not my job.
Too
No,
many tentacles.
no, I'm not dealing with Cthulhu. Goodbye.
Oh,
I'm
Cthulhu's
wearing
fine if
a
you bring
count-
lemons.
What does my
Cthulhu shirt.
uncle have to do with any of
Bring
this?
him lemons, cause he.
Oh my
likes
god, I
lemons.
love that Cthulhu shirt so much.
Oh my goodness. I love
Alright.
it.
He's just a cute kitty. It's such a cute kitty.
Hey, good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Goodbye,
I
all you
Night.
level peoples, and we'll catch you next time. And make funny faces.